I think Sunday is Friday. Maybe it's just go.
So we're looking.
Yeah. No, they have no express feet today. Was it on? They're repairs, but there's just a small bridge there. I think it is supposed to be like. It's supposed to be very. Okay, it's August 5th, 5:45 p.m. We're going to call this finance committee meeting to order. Present are council members Lang, Koss, Hauser, Marmy, and Neely sitting in for Chu. First item, the unappropriated balance sits at $627,730. And the balance of the budget stabilization fund is at $757,681. First item on the agenda is a request for appropriation in the amount of $220,999.
This appropriation pertains to the Ohio Ambulance Transportation Impacted Industry Program grant. This was a grant that the Division of Fire was eligible, and it was awarded this amount of money. It will be equally divided amongst the firefighters who were on board on the date of application, which was May 20th, and are still here.
Motion. Second. Motion by Lang, second by Hauser. Any questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor send us on the full council signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That passes 5-0. Next item on the agenda is a resolution authorizing and directing the mayor of the city of Newark to prepare and submit an application to the United States Department of Housing and Urban Development, Lead Hazard Control and Healthy Homes for a lead hazard reduction grant and declaring an emergency.
This grant is due on August 19th. The local match is 10%. As the title implies, it's to remove lead hazards and housing to be both owner occupied and
Motion. Second. Motion by Lang, second by Hauser. You said it's due on the 19th, so it won't be heard on council till the 19th.
right, but I requested an emergency clause
Right, but we won't have a meeting to vote on until the night of the 19th, is that okay?
Okay,
Okay, just check. All right, any other questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor send us on full council signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0. Thank you. Next item on the agenda is a request for just appropriation in the amount of $33,000.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The disappropriation comes from salaries in the Parks Department. I'd like it reappropriated into the temporary service account. We've had an open position there, and we're using some temporary help to keep the work going. Motion. Second.
Motion by Hauser, second by Lang. Questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor send us on the full council signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. That motion passes 5-0. I'll entertain a motion now for the appropriation of that 33,000 into the temporary services.
Second.
Motion by Lang, second by Hauser. Questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor send us on full council signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion passes 5-0. Thank you, Director.
Thank you.
Next item on the agenda is a request for appropriation in the amount of $1,759.60.
Good evening. This is, excuse me, reimbursement for training to the police department. Offer motion. Second.
Motion by Hauser, second by Lang. Questions and or discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor send us on the full council signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same side. Motion passes 5-0. Thank you, Director. And with that, this finance committee meeting stands adjourned. Next up is service. Good. Yes. I need this. Enjoy your lovely wife. Yeah.
I'm sorry?
We need somebody to send for you.
Okay.
Very cold. Very cold.
Oh. So I sit in for two?
Yeah.
Thank you. Was that aware he was not gonna be here? I'm sorry, I said I was not aware he wasn't. All right, well, Public Service Committee meeting to order. Those present are myself, Brad, Billy, Todd, Klein, and Ryan in for shoot. Up first, 24-66. A resolution authorizing and directing the Director of Public Service for the City of Newark, Ohio to enter into a cooperative construction agreement with Owen Corning Insulating Systems LLC, subject to the appropriation of funds for the purpose of constructing a new bridge at Riverside Drive. Morning.
Yes, thank you. So there's an existing bridge on Riverside Drive, and it is such that the south half of the bridge is in the right of way of Riverside Drive. The north half of the bridge is in the vacated right of way of Riverside Drive, which is now owned by Owens Corning. And we've been working with them for probably the last 3 or 4 years to come up with a way to get that bridge replaced. And finally, they've been able to budget for their portion of the bridge. And so we've moved forward with the design work. It's underway right now. And we are planning to have the plans completed in October, get the project out to bid. And probably it's probably going to be an early spring construction by the time the bridge components are manufactured and so forth. So This is this is a resolution to cooperate with Owens Corning, basically. Split the cost for the bridge project between Owens and the city. And if there's any questions, I'd be glad to try to answer them.
Any questions from the committee? Questions from the audience? Do I hear a motion?
Motion.
Motion by Klein. Seconded by Cost. All in favor, so this on the council, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. That will pass the vote 5-0.
Thank you.
Next will be resolution 24-70. Resolution authorizing and directing the Director of Public Service to enter into a new management agreement with the Newark Sports and Events Commission Incorporated to operate the Lou and Kimbrey's Ice Arena and pickleball courts. Rose.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As you know, we had a pickleball course to that site. In our old management agreement, it didn't have anything in there about pickleball courts. The new management agreement does. In the old management agreement, it didn't talk about what would happen if the city wanted to walk away from its lease agreement with Newark Sports and Events Commission. In this, it speaks to that. But those are the two major changes that's in this agreement. We're thrilled with the operation of the ice arena. If you haven't been out there, take a look. We have a wonderful ice arena. We're able to add a visitor's locker room. So $450,000 lift with 3 donors. The ice arena is in great shape, as well as pickleball courts, and we envision the pickleball courts are staying in great shape too. So those are the two highlight changes in here.
Questions from the committee? Questions from the audience? I hear a motion. Motion by Cost,
Second.
second by Klein. See no questions, comments, all in favor of passing this on the council?
I did have a question, and I did raise my hand earlier. On the
Name and address for the record.
Rochelle Rollins, Smith, 237 Violet Court. On this change seems to be sort of a privatization of our parks. And I was wondering why we were going in this direction.
Okay, do I have a seat, Lloyd?
Thank you.
Ms. Rhodes, you want to address that?
Yeah, Doug and I were on council back in 2004 and 2005. Mr. Rath was there. Mr. Harris. Couple visitors that have been hanging around since then. We had an ice arena that was getting ready to close. And Bruce Bain got the council and Tim Weiser and got Robertson Construction, and we raised a bunch of money. And we redid the ice arena. At that time, it was council's feeling that the city doesn't do a good job operating things, but we can do a good job owning things. So the Newark Sports and Events Commission was created back then. It's been a very, very successful partnership. The people on the board donate their time. This is the people on the board of the downhill that Colton sits on, donate their time. And what this really is a natural extension of that. And they currently have never seen the pickleball courts. And quite frankly, I'm not gonna hire, I don't wanna hire people to run an ice rink and run their courts.
Fair enough. Do a follow-up question?
Yes, and I've noticed problems with the parks and for instance, across the street at the Rotary Club Park. There,
We're talking about the ice arena and the pickleball.
okay, well,
Is
the
it
thing is, who is responsible for repairs?
For the ice arena and
For
the
the-
pickleball courts?
Yeah, and actually the Rotary Club Park as well.
Good.
The Rotary Park is the city park. It's taken care of by the university and Rotary. The ice rink is spelled out in the agreement, who's responsible for what. we have annual meetings, actually, be more annual than annual.
I'm sorry.
Actually, we meet with them on a continual basis and talk about maintenance, repair, and stuff. Last year, if you remember, put a new roof on,
Sorry.
with your help.
All right. Mr. Martin?
Yeah, I'm just gonna add on to that to help, as far as the philosophy of our parks. At one point, we used to have parks on, at an almost every corner. And it was just a nightmare to maintain, to have neighborhood parks that were small in nature. The equipment started to deteriorate, no one was taking care of it, you can't monitor it. You're moving equipment to cut the grass every single day to try to do it. So we've tried to limit the number of parks we have to bigger, nicer parks in the city of Newark, and those that we can maintain. And we do, as far as just for economics of it, we try to do kind of a private-public partnership to keep the costs down on the city. So then taxpayer dollars aren't paying for all of it. So that was the philosophy of this and some other things that are going on, is to try to reduce the taxpayer burden on our parks, but still have nice quality facilities that are run by professionals. The city doesn't know how to run an ice arena. There are professionals that know how to run an ice arena. And they're a lot better at it than we would as a city. So this is a perfect example where we know that they will do a much better job. They're in the business, the folks that are on the board. They deal with not only the hockey, but also the recreational and even some of the figure skating type of stuff that was going on. So they do a better job is what it is. But yet, you know, they couldn't necessarily afford to, and we want to maintain the fact that we have that in our city, so we maintain ownership of them.
So who is maintaining the,
We do. It's our responsibility of the facility. That's our cost. Our cost is for any kind of,
who's in charge of the Rotary? No.
that's not the city of Newark. It's the
So who do we address?
contact Ohio State.
Thank you.
Yes.
All right, any other questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor of passing this on the council, signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. That will pass with a vote of 5-0. That concludes our service committee meeting and our committee meetings for this evening. The council will reside at 7 o'clock.
I think. Yeah.
I know. Well, one juice. That's good. It's not gonna look bad.